August is not here yet, but I'm pretty positive everybody knows it can't come quick enough due to what? Madden 17. And this will be a story on my wish list. Right, that was one of my wishes when the game first came out. I wanted an update to Dree Archer. You see a couple of plays of him, but at the same time, this ain't about Dree. It's about my wish list. Things that I'd like to see. Number one thing is that I'm really getting tired of. When people bag out and I suffer and I don't get the amount of coin that I want, it's really annoying because you're gonna get people who bag out, you're gonna get people who demote. So I'm not saying, give me 6,000 coins or give me the full blown, but at least give me half of it. I'd rather get, at least 500, maybe 1,000. But at the same time, when people bag out before the game is over, it's not my fault they bagged out. So I don't get any coin, I don't get anything. I'm stuck wasting contracts on a game that somebody bagged out on. Secondly, contracts have got to go. And if contracts don't go, how about we change contracts to only mattering in game? I shouldn't have to burn contracts on solos. That's a waste of time. Why am I burning contracts on solos? Something that's free, something that you gave me. So now I burn contracts on games, I burn contracts on solos, I burn contracts in the journey. I have to keep buying contracts, I have to keep blowing 2,000 coins on contracts. What about the less fortunate MUT players who don't have enough money to be buying contracts, who play their life away and burn so many contracts on solos? Because we do have people out there who really can't beat a solo, which is, I'm not going to say pathetic or bad, but at the same time, some of your solos are pretty trash. The snow solo, the high wind solo, the double snow and high wind solo, that's got to go. Like, I've beaten it. Like, heck, it's no problem to me, but I'm talking about my wish list, things that'll make the game better. My wish list for all around Madden. I really believe we need to come up with a system where I get to pick if I want to play a person with a trashy signal. I do believe that trashy signals are something that are really like it destroys the game. The choppy lag, the bad lag. If you check my stream last night, I had a laggy game that was so bad I couldn't even set up my play. All this guy did was come out and run. The end of the day, laggy signal, I think that I should get a grace period. There should be a grace period of the first 2 minutes of the game. I can check out the signal and see if I want to actually stay in that game. Now, just like before, you get a DNF, but at the same time, I think people would probably bag out and take an L if they aren't doing good. And then you still get the coin. You still get an amount of coin because that person bagged out. Now, what if they bag out and they lose coins? What if we could do that to switch it off? Like, if that person bags out, the coins are taken from the person who's bagging out. That will also deter people from demoting. It'll also stop people from self-demoting, from going down. Because if you lose maybe 500 coins for demoting, I really don't think people would risk demoting and dropping 5-6 grand just to demote. 15-20 grand to demote down and get out of a tough division. Or maybe they would. Who knows what a person would do? Because at the same time, competition is a very dangerous thing. Look at right here. He bags out in the second quarter. I come out of the game with 126 coins, and I lose contracts for all the players in that game, which is a trashy situation. Next, everybody's crying about nanos and nano this, nano that. What about individual blocking schemes? What about having a situation where you come out and you make the O-line account for the person you think is going to come free, or the person you think he's trying to make come free? What if you could come out and like line up and have a blocking scheme that shows up? Now, this will also hurt the situation in time management. Now, it will play into a chess match, because you could come out and make that person account for Mike Scrape DN shooting free all the time, and the Mike Scrape DN you account for, but you don't account for the linebacker. It'll be a chess match because you have to figure out who that person wants to get free. Now, you can actually slide protect, and the slide protect brings up a diagram that shows you that every person on the line or every person out there is coming and accounted for. So if he's only sending 5 people, now You can have the line account for all 5 of those people. You can have them account for the person you think is coming free. And we're coming up short on time. We got a couple of more minutes left up in this. But bring back strafing. I like to get position. I love using my corners and my safeties and my linebackers getting position and making a play on the ball. Honestly, even if you do make a play on the ball, there's no defense for aggressive catching. There's no defense. It's an animation. It's a by chance animation, which sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I've came out and actually been like completely in front of the receiver, and the receiver still gets an animation where he throws me on the ground and runs for 6. Next, can you give me some type of defensive technique that stops that? Can I swat the ball before it gets there? Or do I have to go into a swat animation? I don't like animations because animations aren't determined by user skill. There's no user skill in this. EA is more worried about the presentation. Yes, I saw the clip that Demarius Randall put up on his page. That's presentation. That doesn't let me know anything about the gameplay. Will I have the ability to basically come out and play the game like I want to, or do I have to play the way you want me to? Do I have to constantly come out and do a screen where if the person blitz somebody on the side of the screen, I can't get the screen off because he's bumping the end down on me and stopping the screen from happening? Let's go back to old Madden when Madden was fun. Secondly, if you wanted to actually stop nano blitzes weren't that powerful in the early years like the 2000s. Want to know why? We weren't forced to drop back. We were forced to create a drop back on our own. So if you take out the automatic drop back, I don't think there'd be any worry about a nano blitz because I could stop with a 2-step drop and throw the ball. I could stop with a 1-step drop and throw a tight end pop. That's what a lot of, real NFL teams do. There's no automatic drop back. Real NFL teams, they accommodate. They adjust to that. If you know he's sending a nano, I could stop at 1 step and throw the quick pop. Allow me to jam drag routes. Allow the zones to play their zones. This is something that you guys have had a problem with for this year. Next and final, hey, we've got to do something about the way they play the toss. Because the toss, they attack the blocking. That's a cornerback. I don't think a cornerback should attack the blocking on a toss. He's going to get killed if he go down there. Somebody please tell Rex Dixon everything I said. Because honestly, Rex Dixon, it's like talking to a brick wall. He says aggressive catching was meant to stop rocket catching. Trust me, aggressive catching has done something more than stop